Hi Pisces, welcome back and welcome to your new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio tarot reading for October 25th, 2022. If you can remember and think back to the lunar eclipse in May of this year, those themes are coming back around, and so we are revisiting them, and let's find out what we're going to do with them. So this is quite interesting in regards to what is coming in for us with the new moon, because the new moons bring in new cycles. And we have the Two of Wands and the Ace of Swords. The Two of Wands, for me in this case, I have a feeling that it is perhaps, and if we're looking back in May or in this period, you may have put down one of the ideas that you had wanted to work with, and it may be time to take action on it again. If the Ace of Wands is a new idea, a new impetus, the Two of Wands is sort of like, well, where does it belong in the world? Or where does it belong? Or how will it function in the world? Or what can I possibly do? Who will take it? It's really pondering, making these sort of ponderings about, what effect can it have? How can I do this? Who will love it? That kind of energy with the Two of Wands. Two is always about combining. So you want to combine your idea with the larger world, with something outside of yourself, I would say. It doesn't have to be the entire world, but who would it connect to? That's that kind of energy. And it seems to me like we are taking up the sword here and maybe actually taking some action on it this time. Again, we could have put it aside and focused on one of the other things that we were doing around May, and it's coming back again. Or maybe we hadn't even begun, and we just set it aside just to concentrate on one other side of the situation. But there are two things that we are looking to do here, and we might just pick up that other thing now and go forward with it. You are behaving as the Justice card and the Hermit. The Justice card is saying this time you will have something a little more fair. This is what I find interesting. I have the Ace of Swords for me is triumph and security. It's my yes card, and it is Excalibur. It's the truth. She's yielding a sword here, and then here we have two of them. So there is a lot of thought and action at the beginning stages here. Whatever it is, I think that we are trying to do should find us triumphant this time, if it wasn't the first time. If it failed, or we just set it aside, or we didn't have the time, or it wasn't the right timing. It seems to me like with the Justice card, things have evened out. The scales are even. If this is a legal situation, the Justice card always says it will turn out fair. There's fairness here. The Hermit card is telling me that we could be revisiting something, or the Hermit always takes information and goes within, digests the information, and then comes out to help other people with it, or brings it back out into the world somehow. But this can be a time when we are searching, and it can be a time when we're searching for justice, when we're searching for equilibrium. The Justice card is also a card of, it reminds me of the Tibetan Book of the Dead. No, I'm sorry, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Yeah, it's the Egyptian. And you come to a point where you have to weigh your heart against a feather, and if your heart is as light as a feather, you get to move on. And it seems like maybe after we have ruminated, after we have come to some conclusions and seen the light, that maybe our heart can be lighter now, and we can move on to a new path, new situation, a new offer, a new financial path, I would say, with the Ace of Pentacles there. Should you so choose, there is the path for you. But that's the question. Do you choose for it? Is your head and your heart in alignment with what it is that you want to do or are considering here? Maybe there are some things that you need to cut out or edit, and you may be taking this time now to do that, to find equilibrium in the situation. Whatever this is, it is karmic, it is your karma, it is probably, I don't know, maybe destiny, maybe with that. For me, if it was the Wheel of Fortune, it would absolutely be destiny. But sometimes, well, Justice card is karma. So maybe it is part of your karma that you have to do this. But certainly, it is part of your karma to gather information. And that's certainly what this Two of Wands can be doing as well. Because they're looking out to the outer world and gathering the information to proceed further. But in any case, you have 2 twos and you have 2 aces. That's so interesting. Whenever I have this, whenever I have like bookends, 2 of the same numbers on either side, it means for me to negate these and just look at the center card. That's the main thing. It's almost like they cancel each other out, and it's just about looking at those 2 center cards. And for that, it's your karma right now. There's wisdom here with the Hermit card. There's wisdom that should be finding its balance, and it's kind of like the wisdom is your karma for what has happened to prior. I want to have a look at that. I find that very interesting. Four of Cups. Something is being offered to you, and I think you're not seeing it because of some emotional stuff that you still need to deal with. And that is the karma. That is the things that you've brought with you or created, and they're looking to find balance right now. And that's kind of what's happening before this new start begins, before this new pathway begins. And this whole period of Saturn being in retrograde has been for us to clean out the closet. And I feel like that's kind of what this is telling me right here. All the things that we've accumulated from lives and past lives now have to be kind of digested, understood, and knowledge turned to wisdom. And then finally we can turn around and see this new offer, this new situation that will lead us out of our old karma and into a new, bright new beginning. But I do feel with the Two of Swords there that maybe something needs to be cut off, or I'm going to say cut off. So let's see what that is. The wrong deck. That's the Five of Wands. So for the Five of Wands, it's conflict. It can be internal conflict, but it's conflict. It's like desires and passions that never really found form in a way. And they're looking now to sort of combine themselves into something that is workable and usable. It's kind of like taking those chaotic thoughts or those different thoughts and piecing them together to make a cohesive something. So indeed, ideas that we've had in the past, passions that we've had in the past that kind of didn't really get off the ground or take form, can start to take form now. But first we have to kind of get, I would say, our emotional boredom and dissatisfaction under control. How can we do that? What's the step for that? Well, the Justice card always says, so you have the Seven of Pentacles. Well, like I said, the Justice card is about keeping a light heart. The Seven of Pentacles is reassessment. So this again is another kind of reassessing the situation. And it's very possible that in the past or in past lives, if something didn't work out right away, or it didn't work out the way you wanted to in the time frame that you wanted it to, you would just let it go. And there was not that kind of persistent staying power. You would get bored with it. There would be no, if it didn't bring you satisfaction, then you would just be upset and kind of, it's sort of like an emotional temper tantrum, the Four of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles is saying in time that it takes for your fruits to ripen, how are you going to wait? Are you going to wait with anxiety, with fear, with faith? It's that kind of energy, the Seven of Pentacles. But it's also taking the time to reassess and seeing and tweaking. What didn't work? How can I adjust it? What did work? How can I make it better? It's that kind of energy. And so again, with the Five of Wands, it's like taking those bits and pieces and reassembling them and creating something kind of new. Because the goal is the same, but how we get there is the confusion, is the instability. And it feels to me like it's an internal struggle. So what does Spirit want you to know? Six of Pentacles, what you give out, you get back. And that is just reiterating for me the Justice card. You're looking to help others with the Six of Pentacles, for sure. If you are giving out your energy, what are you receiving back? Interesting. Okay. I hope this has been helpful. I will be back in a week with the energetic weather forecast. And if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. It helps me, and it is a nice, energetic compensation, So it's kind of like the Six of Pentacles. If you're receiving information, it's nice to reciprocate the energy. And you can do that by hitting the like button. Okay, I would appreciate it. I hope this has been helpful. Again, I'll be back in a week. Thank you. Take care.